How much do you guys rent here in San Antonio roughly? Or mortgage if you have a mortgage.
It's a rent, and in my case, it would be about $2,100.
Schools, how are you guys good? Sorry. What do you guys rent here a month in San Antonio roughly? We're going around town asking locals how much you guys rent here in San Antonio roughly a month.
Like $1,500.
Is there ever a moment in your life where you were like one paycheck away from losing your property or losing everything maybe? What's up guys? So we're here at the Alamo Quarry Market and we're gonna ask locals, what do you rent here in San Antonio a month? Now, if you wanna take life by the horns, this video is for you because we're gonna give it to you guys all right now. Excuse me guys, quick question. We're going around town asking locals how, are you guys good? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you guys. So we're going around town asking locals how much you guys rent here in San Antonio roughly a month.
Like $1,500 with
1,500?
light and all that.
Yeah, what does 1,500 get you guys? Like bedroom count, bathroom count, square footage, stuff like that.
Ooh.
Two bedroom, two bath. I don't know what the square footage is.
All right. Is it in close to this part of town, or is there some other part of town in San Antonio?
Medical center.
Medical center. Are you guys in the medical field?
No.
No. What about the medical center attracted you to stay there and live there?
It's a central location for work.
Okay. Were you guys always living in San Antonio, or was there another part of the United States that you guys lived in before?
I've been in San Antonio. He comes from Houston.
Houston. What brought you to San Antonio?
Work.
Work. And what do you do for work, if I may ask?
I work in adult education.
Adult education. Is that more like maybe a teacher, or is that like higher ups, or what is that?
I mean, no, it's more administrative stuff.
Administrative. Okay. And what are some pros and cons of San Antonio that you could share with our audience that are possibly considering moving here, but they want to know both the good and bad?
The drivers are bad.
Drivers?
Yeah.
I literally was cut off yesterday too. Yeah.
But good. It's a good place. I mean, people are friendly.
Yeah.
A lot to do, a lot to see.
Yeah.
It's a nice place to live. So.
And would you consider San Antonio affordable compared to other cities that you probably heard of, with the housing market?
Yeah, definitely.
And what's a takeaway that you can share with our audience that are sitting on the fence that you could, help them make that decision easier for them to move to San Antonio or Texas in general?
I don't know. I'm a little biased. I've been here my whole life, but I love Texas. I love San Antonio, all the big cities in Texas.
Okay.
I think San Antonio is more like family oriented, so it's like a big community. Of course, if something happens, the community starts reaching out to other communities, and I think I've only lived in San Antonio my whole life pretty much, and I feel like it's always like, I need help, and there's always someone out in the streets that might help you. Nowadays it's very hard to find, especially with everything that's going on.
I've heard that a lot. I've interviewed a lot of people and they keep saying the same thing, family oriented. And do you guys have kids right now? Or?
Yes, we have one that's 8 years old, and right now we're expecting our second one.
Oh, congratulations, that's awesome. I have 2 kids as well. One's 2-year-old and one's like a 2-month-old. So.
Oh, nice.
So family life is awesome here, was what I'm hearing, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Was there a point in your life where you guys were like one paycheck away from possibly losing your place? I know that's a reality for some families, Just curious to know if that was you, or how'd you bounce back out of it?
No, not really. I mean, there's been tough times, but I guess with the support of each other, we kind of managed to get by.
Right. And we were also curious to know that when navigating those situations, what can you tell with someone that is actually experiencing those things to help them uplift their spirits and get out of that situation and bounce back? Even maybe not necessarily experience that yourselves, but is there something you could share?
Yeah, I would say just keep doing your best, and especially in San Antonio, there's a lot of help available that you can find from the city government, county government, and nonprofits. There's always somebody there you can get help from.
And what's the final takeaway you could share with someone who's actually considering San Antonio specifically that you could share with them, help them make that decision with their spouse?
I mean, it's a great place to live. I've lived in a few cities, and this is probably my favorite. So I would definitely recommend moving here.
You see yourself living here forever?
Yeah, I don't see myself going anywhere else.
Okay. How about you?
Same. Yeah.
San Antonio's forever.
San Antonio's home, yeah.
Okay. You guys been awesome. Thank you so much for the interview. God bless you guys. Take it easy. Hi, excuse me, ma'am. Question. Hi, we're going around town asking locals, what do you guys rent here a month in San Antonio roughly?
I'm not from San Antonio. I'm here visiting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where from?
I am from LaGrange, Texas.
LaGrange, Texas. And are you? Have you been to San Antonio before?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about the city?
I love the city.
Yeah. Would you ever consider moving to San Antonio?
Just live here.
Really? For how long?
About 40, 45 years.
Oh, really? So you're pretty familiar with the city.
Born and raised. It's just this area I'm not familiar with.
It seems pretty new to you.
Not pretty new, but I just didn't come out here to this area. Yeah, I only came out here this time because I was looking for a Kendra Scott store.
I think I saw it a little further down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we're the reason why we're asking all these questions for our Living in San Antonio, Texas channel, and we were wondering to know what do you pay a month in LaGrange, Texas? You know, or is it a mortgage or is it a rent?
It's the house is paid for.
Oh, it's paid for?
Yeah.
Okay, so you at what age did you purchase your first property, if you remember?
Age probably about 25.
That's awesome. The reason why we're asking is the average age in 2025 for a first-time homebuyer is 38. It's a little sucky for them, right? So
Yeah, it's terrible to buy a house now.
yeah. Right now, it's actually in favor for the buyers because there's more sellers out there than are buyers. For someone that is a native in San Antonio, you lived here for 40 years, is what I'm hearing. What are some pros and cons you could share with our audience that is considering moving to San Antonio, but they're not quite sure yet?
Well, the people are very friendly. Of course, we have violence, but it's not as bad as the other bigger cities and all of that. It's a very friendly environment and stuff.
Are there any negatives that you can share that, you know, I know it's all easy to say the good stuff, but any past experiences?
It's always going to be some negatives. It just depends on which side of town you're on and all of that, you know. But like I said, the good come with the bad. I think our good outweigh the bad.
Okay. And what influenced your move to LaGrange, Texas, though?
Family, cattle. Yeah.
You living the dream there?
Living a country girl life, yeah. Doing it in my boots now.
What do you have there? Is a lot of cattle, a lot of chickens, all that stuff?
Chicken, geese, yeah.
How many acres do you have there?
About 30.
30.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That is a lot of work, though. I only have 5 chickens and I have a small backyard. I feel like it's a lot, you know, but
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Was there ever a moment in your life where you were like one paycheck away from losing your property or losing everything, maybe?
No, I do have a house here. But no, I haven't got to that point yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah. Praise God for that, you know. The reason why we're asking is some people are going through that, you know. There's someone that is going through that. What can you share with them to help them bounce back from that situation?
Prayer, and you know, don't be afraid to let people know what you're going through because you don't know where your help could come from.
That's
you know, it can come from anybody walking through the street. You know, if you feel a need to give a testimony on it, do it.
Yeah, that's so good.
Do it, yeah.
Just like Jesus asked, ask and you shall receive, right?
Exactly.
So many times we don't have anything because we don't ask for it or the help we need, right?
Yeah, and a lot of people are ashamed. They don't want the other person to know what they're going through. But you can walk up to a stranger and start talking. Sometimes they're going through a worse thing, or they may have information that can help you and guide you in the right way. So,
absolutely. You've been awesome. Thank you so much. God bless you. Take it easy. Take it easy. Man, that was such an amazing interview. I was so encouraged by that because, you know, what I've learned is you got to ask. If you're going through something, you're going through some tough times, don't be afraid to ask. I know it's very easy to, you know, feel like you don't want to share what you're going through because somebody else will judge you, but that's not the case with this lady. You know, very great insights. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and if you guys are looking to move to San Antonio, relocate to San Antonio, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is on the screen and also below in the description. I do want to ask you guys, what other types of questions do you want me to ask the public, the locals here, that you guys are curious to know about when it comes to Texas in general, when it comes to San Antonio? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to see them. I'm going to read each and every one of them, and we're going to take these notes and go to our next video. So let's go and get some more interviews going right now. Question for you. We'd like to, we're going around town asking locals, what do you guys rent here in San Antonio a month, roughly? Or even if you have a mortgage, you know, like we're trying to help the audience that are considering moving to San Antonio kind of have a better idea what it is living down here.
Well, it really just depends on the area. Like up here is gonna be like $12.50 to 1,400
On this particular complex?
in this area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where you're in right now?
No.
No. We're asking like if what are some pros and cons of the city of San Antonio that you can share with us?
San Antonio's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we do a quick?
Business.
Yeah. Okay. Mind if we do a quick?
Business.
Yeah. Okay. Mind if we do a quick?
Business.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. Looks like we can't get everybody. Can't get everybody, man. Guys, quick question. As I'm interviewing these people here in town, some people are nice, but some interactions I've been getting where I'm dealing with some Karens, and I'm trying to be so polite and so nice, but the inner ghetto of me wants to be really nasty and rude. Not in a disrespectful way, but like, how do you guys want me to handle this? I'm really curious to know your comments. Let me know. Excuse me, sir. Question for you. Hi. We're going around town asking locals, how much do you guys rent here in San Antonio roughly? Or mortgage, if you have a mortgage.
It's a rent, and in my case, it would be about $2,100.
Okay, and what does that get you? Like what bedroom count, bathroom count, square? That's right here. What does that get you though? Like how many bedroom, bathroom?
2-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Square footage wise, what is that?
I don't really know exactly what that number is, but it's a comfortable place.
Have you been here in San Antonio all your life, or was there another place you moved from?
I've lived here more than I've lived anywhere else, but I've lived all over the country.
Okay, so were you military?
No.
No. What was the previous place before San Antonio?
Immediately before this, it was Beaumont, but there have been a number of different stops all over the country.
Okay. And what do you think of San Antonio so far now that you've lived here for a while?
I consider it my hometown.
Yeah.
I love it here.
What are some pros and cons that you can share with our audience about the city?
First of all, it is a very, very multicultural city.
Okay.
I think it's an enlightened city. It is a blue dot in a red sea of filth, and I appreciate San Antonio for that reason.
So you loving it is what I'm hearing.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Was there any time in your life where you were one paycheck away of losing your place? I know some families struggle, from living paycheck to paycheck. And if that was a time in your life, how did you bounce back from it?
Yes, it was when I was much, much, much younger.
Okay.
But I was very, very fortunate. I just kind of persevered through it and kind of found my way out of it, for which I'm very grateful. And let me say this, other people helped. And it's because we should help each other.
Right, yeah. And the golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated. When someone's going down, take care of them, and then vice versa.
What you're saying, we have all this political strife and all this religious strife. We're making this way too difficult.
Yeah.
Golden rule.
Yeah.
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Done.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
Exactly. That's what literally Jesus said in the Gospels, yeah.
Sure enough.
Yeah, and what is like a takeaway that you can share with our audience that are struggling? They're not sure if San Antonio is a fit for them, but they're on the fence. They're considering it. What would you tell them about moving potentially to San Antonio?
I would say it's a very nurturing place. There are always going to be people who will support you. There are support groups available to you. And increasingly, it is economically a very diverse place. So depending on what your skill set is, what your interests are, there's a home for you here in San Antonio.
That's awesome. And what do you do for work, if I may ask?
I'm retired at this point. Yeah.
What did you do before you retired?
Journalist.
What you were? What part in San Antonio specifically, or?
Well, all over the place, including San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some takeaways that you've learned or lessons you've learned in the journalism world?
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Yeah. What do you experience a lot of liars out there with the journalism world?
Interesting you mentioned that. I did this stuff for 50 years.
Okay.
I could count on one hand the number of journalists I encounter who were just openly lying.
Really?
Yeah, that whole thing is just really completely overblown. The overwhelming majority of journalists are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to get to the truth. They're not corrupted. They're not trying to screw you. They don't have a quote-unquote agenda. They're trying to do their jobs. But what's happened is we now live in a post-fact world where a lot of this problem, frankly, there is a problem on the journalism side, but there's also a problem on the news consumer side. When news consumers have granted themselves the right to disbelieve any fact, any provable fact that they simply don't like, we're not having much of a meaningful conversation at that point.
And then therefore it creates that divide.
It does, because there's this mistrust, and what I'm saying is there There are reasons this is happening on both sides of the equation. I'm certainly not saying that there are not journalistic mistakes. I'm not saying there are not errors. I'm saying for the overwhelming part of that, they are honest mistakes that good journalists correct on the spot. But as long as we have this idea that we know more about landing on the moon than Neil Armstrong did, as long as we have granted ourselves the right to declare ourselves an authority on stuff we know nothing about, we clearly know nothing about, we're not going to have much of a meaningful conversation. There's a reason why we have experts. There's a reason why we have health experts, for example. There's a reason why we have vaccine experts. There are reasons why we have scientists. And this idea that you can just reject them simply because you don't like them is just intellectually dishonest.
Yeah. I feel the same way in the regard that, you know, the more I learn about something, the more I feel like I don't know anything about that subject. Do you agree with that?
Not only do I agree with that, all I can say is all hail to you, because the smartest thing we can realize is what we don't know.
Yeah. You've been awesome. Any final takeaways that you can share with our audience? You know, like Texas in general, you know, they're out of state. I'd like to move to some of the major cities, but not sure which one to transition to.
Well, I would say this. Regardless of what you are spiritually, what you are politically, what you are professionally, I think there's a home for you in San Antonio. I think San Antonio is a very, very progressive city, and I am enthusiastic to be a San Antonian, and I am proud to live here. And I want to issue some kind of message to encouragement now to just about everybody, because it's hard to be optimistic right now. It's very, very hard to be enthusiastic. It is very, very hard to not get depressed from time to time, but you really have to resist the urge, and that means being good to yourself, and it means being good to other people as well.
Sure. You've been awesome, man. God bless you. Great insights, man. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Who did I have the pleasure of talking to?
Robert Alexi.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a broker here in town, and I just want to interview locals. You know, I tell a lot of my knowledge base of what I know about the city, but I like to also encourage our viewers from other perspectives, like yourself and others that are possibly moving here and want to hear it from a local's perspective.
I just really admire the effort that you're making here. That's a great program. All the best with it.
Yeah,
thanks for giving me a shot.
Thanks for the interview. Appreciate
My pleasure.
It, God bless
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. What a lovely gentleman to deal with. He took our interview. Great guy. You guys saw some of the points, some of the insights he shared with us. And if you guys are looking to move to San Antonio, hit me up. We'll be glad to serve you. All right, guys, that concludes today's interviews. And if you guys are looking to move to San Antonio, relocate to San Antonio, don't hesitate to reach out. All my contact information is below in the description and also on the screen. So if that's you, feel free to reach out and we'll be glad to take care of you from start to finish. Now, if you're still on the video and you want to get notified for every video that comes up like this, hit me one of these and we'll see you guys on the next video.